What's up? It's Pat. I'm back again after 2 minutes of making the first part of the episode about how I became interested in the paranormal and how you got interested in the paranormal. This one is about personal experiences. I thought that would be another good thing to talk about for our first videos. I couldn't lump it all into one. I tried that. It went way too long. But anyway, this one I'm going to talk about some of my personal unexplained things. I'm not saying they're supernatural, but they're unexplained and they're pretty interesting if you like this type of stuff. So I'll tell you about them now. Okay, that last part was a little uncalled for, so I'll tell you about them now. The first thing that there's four things. The first thing that comes to my mind was the earliest. I was really young, and you might say that well, you were really young, so you probably might not know what you've seen, but my mom was with me, and she will back this story up 100%. We came home one day to our house from somewhere. Like I said, I was pretty young. It's one of my earliest memories, actually, and it's very vivid. I remember it like it was yesterday. So we come home, we pull up to our house. This is in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's nighttime. Above our street, above our block, massive triangle, just hovering above. This thing is the biggest thing I ever seen in the sky in my life. Lights around the edges, and I'm not talking about just the 3 points. I'm talking about all around the edges of this triangle. Different colors. It was nighttime, like I said. It was black, like the triangle was black in the middle. Couldn't see nothing, just the outline of all these lights. And it was massive. There was people standing outside of the block in their houses and in the street just looking up at this thing. Cars stopped in the street looking at this thing. And I think you could see this thing for miles. This was like 1989 probably, maybe 88. And I'm actually trying to find anybody that was in Cincinnati, Ohio at this time that witnessed this. I'm calling you out because if you witnessed this, send me a message or something because I want to talk to you. But I remember it like it was yesterday. Like, you don't forget something like that even when you were that young. My mom, like I said, she'll tell you the same story. I wish I was a little bit older for it, so I could make a guesstimation about the area of this triangle. It was just huge. So that's my first thing right there, and it's probably the best. For my second thing that is really weird, this was probably the scariest to me ever. This was when I was a little bit older. I was still a young kid. This happened to me for years. I was 5, 6, 7, 8, that young. Almost, not every night, but a good deal of the time, when I would go to sleep, uh, when I was trying to sleep, I would hear this noise. I can describe it as laughter, but it was like an evil laughter, like just like a you would imagine like a demon would laugh. This is what I heard. The way I could tell you about the noise is, if you ever when you were a kid had one of those RC cars like back in the 90s, you know, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like that too, and laughing. I would cry for my mom and stuff. Nobody heard this. Nobody heard this but me. I shared a room with my brother. He never said anything about hearing this. And I would hear it all night long. I would fall asleep, wake up, hearing this. And, man, I know I sound crazy to some people, but I don't know if it was something in my brain, if it was something natural that was just messing with me, my body didn't like it, or if it was something unexplained. The way I can just say was like, it was like just the demons or something. I don't know what it was, but if anybody else too has heard this or has a good explanation for what it might have been, please tell me, or so we can all hear. Maybe somebody else knows. I don't know. On a separate, non-related note, I talked about those RC cars from back in the day. They were cool when you were kids, but as you grew up, you realized that they sucked. They ran for like a half an hour. You had to charge them up for like a half a day. Sucked. Okay, back on topic. The next thing, third, also was happening when I was at nighttime sleeping. This is when I was like a teenager. And this happened literally a lot too. We moved out of the old house we lived in Cincinnati into a newer house in the burbs, and after a while, at nighttime when I tried to sleep, I would hear a tapping on the wall, just a continuous tap, like that, and like I said, everything I hear or see, I don't say it's paranormal. I try to find out what it could be. My first thought was like some sort of vibrations or something from a power source somewhere. I would take the dresser, the desk, I would back them away from the wall, take pictures off the wall. It's still tapping. It was like back in a corner, back in a corner. I told my mom one night, a few nights actually, I wanted to see something because her room was right next. Pulled her like desk and dressers away from the wall. Still heard it, just in this one spot. My mom would tell me it was my aunt because my aunt had died around this time when it started, and she said it was just my aunt messing around. I don't know, but the weird thing about this was when I would get mad or frustrated with this noise, I would yell just to tell it to shut up, like shut up. I would do that in the middle of the night, yell shut up at nothing. But when I did that, it would stop. This tapping would stop when I would get mad and yell shut up. And after about 10-15 minutes of it going away, it would come back again. That's weird. I don't know if it was vibrations and waves. I don't know, my voice neutralized it somehow and then it came back. I don't know, but thank God that went away because it was really annoying. It wasn't scary like the laughter I would hear. Thank God that went away too. That was scary. This was just annoying. Maybe it was just poltergeist activity coming from me. I don't know, but oh, damn it, why does that always happen? Alright, I gotta hurry it up because as you can see it's getting dark and my webcam sucks in the dark, but lastly, this is also very cool. My girlfriend's mom's house is supposedly haunted. It's supposedly infested with spirits and poltergeist activity. They have all these stories. Like I said, I don't really believe when somebody tells me this stuff. I tell them they're over-exaggerating stuff, mistaking stuff, and of course they get mad. But anyway, one day, I've been there a lot and hadn't witnessed anything, but one day, her mom and stuff was on vacation. We stayed there to just stayed the night there, a few nights to protect the house, you know, that whole situation. But I'm sleeping on the ground, girlfriend's sleeping on the couch. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning probably, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, around that time. sitting there watching TV, about to doze off. On the left side of me, about, I don't know, 7 feet away, one of those square fans, you know what I'm talking about? Now this fan had been there for a while, months. It was one of those objects in a house that have been in the same spot for a while, I guess you would say. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden this fan just goes like about 3 feet from where it was sitting for like months without being moved. This scared the shit out of me. I don't know what had happened. This thing just moved like not down like my girlfriend just said, "I told you." But anyway, I couldn't sleep the whole night after that. This was a little before I was in the paranormal group and interested in this stuff. But I don't know if the fan was plugged in or not, but I don't know why it would fly like that, like a projectile, 3 feet away, and not just fall over like a normal object would, like. And cause I kind of saw it moving out of the corner of my eye, but that would have been awesome if I would have had. It would just happen while I was videotaping, but I don't know. I tried to recreate it, you know, like tip it over, see how far it would roll. Wouldn't roll at all. It just do the regular tip over. Can't explain that. Can't explain that at all, but it was awesome. Another off-topic subject. If you're staying the night at somebody's place to watch the place or protect it, who the hell's watching your place? Like, what the hell? You stay at our house, make sure nothing happens. We don't give a shit what happens to your house. Okay. Alright, that's my experiences with unexplained, unnatural, abnormal things. So, why don't you leave some comments, share anything that has happened to you. Maybe we can start up a good thing going on here with my videos. I try to comment on people's stuff, and let's make Patrick's Supernatural Chats #1 on YouTube. At least #1 at something. Come on. Top 10. I'll settle for 10. I'll settle for 10. Let's go.